conference opponent. Probably don't have a lot of film on them, so it's going to be a real test.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Coach Dame was able to get a few films on U-High. He always seems to find someone that's got a film on him. But this is going to be a good test for Metamora.
Yeah, definitely. I can't remember the last time we've come here and beat U-High. Even when I was here, I never got a win here. So it's definitely been a while. It's always a tough place to play. They've got a great coaching staff and a lot of good athletes.
Yeah, this is going to be a good test for Metamora. When we take a break, when we come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Redbirds.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Greg Harmon for your personal price plan today.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Greg Harmon for your personal price plan today.
Welcome back to U-High. I'm here with Metamora head coach Justin Dame. Coach, big win last night. Tonight you play a U-High team that's also coming off a nice win last night at Rochester.
Yep, definitely. They've had a good season so far. They're off to a good start, 5-2. They've won 3 games by 2 points. So they've been in a lot of tight games, just like us.
Yeah, Coach, how do you come back after a game like last night? Conference opponent, you've probably been preparing for Morton for a long time. Now you play a team, maybe haven't scouted a whole lot since. How do you come back and play a team like that tonight?
Yeah, that's the challenge, right? Quick turnaround, haven't had any practices to get ready for these guys, watched a little bit of film, but the game's more about us. It's a challenge for us to, can we bring it 2 nights in a row? It's a team that we're not as familiar with. Can we just come out here and play?
Zach talked earlier about how he doesn't think in all the years he played at Metamora they ever got a win here at U-High. It's a tough place to play.
Maybe the JV team, but I know the last time we were here we lost the varsity game, real tight one.
Coach, you have 2 good players, your 2 playing players, Matthew Zobrist last night. He had to give a lot of energy last night to get his shot. Is tonight going to be a little bit more where you're going to maybe give him more of a break, or you're going to just keep going with...
Good one, yeah. I don't know about that. We'll see how the game goes. If we play really well and we can get up, we'll rest him a lot, but we can't really afford to have him out for too long. He's really good.
Coach, we'll let you get going here. Good luck. Bring home a W.
Thanks, man.
Take a time out. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about keys for tonight's win.
Both of my children have really enjoyed Dr. Frenette. She's epic with our kids. She works so well, making them feel comfortable, making the treatments fun, because fears can be a big deal.
If you haven't tried chiropractic, call us at Kaufman Wellness Center.
I'm actually 49 years old and I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. What I like about Kaufman is the communication is excellent. It's always very easy to get in. They had a huge impact on how fast I was able to reach my fitness goal.
Welcome back to High. Get ready for this opening tip-off. Zach, you're pretty recent to the Metamora basketball program. What are some of the best games you remember?
Well, obviously, any game that my senior year when we went to the state championship, up until that game, obviously, the Simeon game was one of the most surreal moments of my life. I still, even looking back at that, it's hard to even remember some of the things. I was so energetic going into those, that kind of month stretch. It's all just kind of like a blur to me, all those playoff games running together. It was so much fun. It's so great to put on for the community and be able to have that as a memory looking back.
You know, some of those games, you know, it was the crowds we get, even with our live broadcast, the games would just be amazing. The amount of fan support you would get at those games.
Oh, definitely. There's no better community to play in Central Illinois than there is in Metamora. The fans are truly unbelievable. The support we get from just everyone, our coaching staff, there's no other place like that.
Yeah, it truly is. You know, the kind of a fun fact, I think I told you this before we went on air, but, you know, last night we got our 100th win in the last 4 years. Going into the season, we were 94-16, and now we are 118.
Yeah.
The last 4 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, that speaks a lot about the program, and that's without even coming close to finishing this season.
Oh, yeah.
25 wins a year on average. Most programs are going to take that. We could get to, on average, 30 if we get to another 20 wins in the season.
Well, yeah, because we've only played probably a quarter of the season, and we've got 75% of it to go, and we're playing awfully well right now, and hopefully we can keep that up. It'll be interesting to see what happens. So, Zach, you went on. Where did you end up going to college?
Wabash College.
You played 1 or 2 years there?
I played my freshman season there, yeah.
And how was that?
It was different. It's very different. When you play one of those smaller, I mean, we've got 800 kids in the entire college. We're one of the only 2 all-boys schools in the country. So it's a different experience there and their community and everything. But from the basketball aspect of everything, it was different. New coaching staff. For me, the coach that recruited me ended up leaving the year that I got there, so I never really got to have a connection with as good of a connection with the head coach and the assistant coach because they weren't in my recruiting process. But it was different that you don't have the crowds like you do in high school, especially coming off those state games. You know, we're playing in front of 10,000 people some games. Now I'm going to Ohio in the middle of the nowhere, and we're playing in front of maybe 100 people at the most. But it's a very different experience, and it still is a lot of fun. You get to play basketball with your buds, and, yeah, it's very different, though.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be. So, all boys school, no cheerleaders?
No cheerleaders. Nothing.
Wow. But now you do this over there. You broadcast the games over there.
Yes, I've done basketball for the last year and a half, and I'm the voice of Wabash College baseball.
That's probably a lot of fun, too.
Oh, I love it. I've always been less of a player, more of a coach, even for all sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. I appreciate the game, the X's and O's of everything about it. So getting to talk about it and analyze it just from a broadcasting perspective and relay that to the public, it's an enjoyable thing.
When you were your junior, or when you were a senior, your senior year, if I remember right, things really started clicking for you, for your team, I thought, after a loss over at Washington.
Yeah. Yeah, the energy after that game is so hard to describe because we lost that game, we made some mistakes, and I thought Washington played perfect down the stretch in that one. And we lost that, and we were so ticked off. We went in there. I'm telling you, it was dead silent. Not a person said a word to each other. We went into the weight room. We lifted like best lift we've ever had in my career at Metamora. Then we got our shots up because day after game, you're probably not doing a whole lot of practicing. You were just kind of, staying in the rhythm of everything, getting your lift, getting your shots up, and nobody said a word. It was so silent. We were so diligent with everything we did. And at that point on, that's when we started to make our run and really connect.
Yeah, I think you went on about, 17, 18-game winning streak?
Yeah.
was a heck of a run. And you know, I think most people kind of believed that you guys were going to be somewhere. You were not going to be an easy out, no matter what.
No. I heard from countless alumni that I was still talking to from the basketball program, and it just felt like every game they're like, we're not going to let ourselves lose. That's what their perspective of our team was. We're gritty enough. We've got the guys. We have the IQ. We have the coaching staff. We were not going to lose, and that's what it felt like in those games.
Yeah, that was a magical year. And then, you know, I think the next year you had you lost some guys. I think you were the only starter that you lost. You had some key guys though that did come back that were pretty vital to your team. But the next year came back, and you know they put together what, a 32-game winning streak.
Yeah, it was the culture that's been set now. I mean, at Metamora, you think basketball. It was a football school all the time growing up, and we're still pretty darn good at football too. But when you see the Redbird now, I think a lot of people instantly think to basketball, and it's because of that culture that we've set with the hard work, the time our coaches put into scouting every team, going out, selecting film. It's a different culture than what we had in the past.
When you look at this year's team, Metamora with Matthew Zobras, Jonah Funk, and Ashton Greaves, and those guys, how would you assess them?
Yeah, with this team, it's different than the years past. You know, for last year with Tyler and Cooper, and Matthew and Luke Hopp, they're a fast-paced team. They want to get up and down. They want to try and get as many possessions as they can, and that was kind of the last 3 years for us. This team, Coach James said it last night, they're a gritty team. They're going to sit there, run their half-court sets, because they don't necessarily have all the scores. A lot of that is going to fall on Matthew, Jonah, and Ashton, but that's the difference with this team. I think they've looked really sound defensively as opposed to other teams to start the year. But on the offensive side, there's still a lot of work that could be done, I believe. But they've done a great job of running their stuff and getting good looks because of that.
Yeah, we'll wait for the national anthem and the starting lineups coming up here. But, you know, the couple guys that have surprised me a lot are Jonah Funk, his athleticism, his ability to pass it. You get him the ball, and a lot of good things happen. Either he can score or he makes great passes. The other thing is Brady Jones, freshman, 6'5". Really, the lights have not been too bright for him.
No, they have not. He's been unbelievable, coming right out of middle school.
Yeah, you go from middle school to this. I guess now it's time for the national anthem.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to University High School for tonight's non-conference matchup, which features the Redbirds of Metamora High School and your University High School Pioneers. The faculty, staff, and administration of University High School would like to welcome everyone and remind you to support the mission of the IHSA and Scholastic Athletics by always promoting the ideals of positive sportsmanship. Show your support to all players, coaches, fans, and today's officials by cheering for them in an encouraging and positive manner. We're all here to cheer for our teams, but not against anyone. We thank you for your cooperation, and we wish both teams good luck. At this time, if you've already not done so, please stand, remove all hats, and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem, to be performed this evening by University High School senior Josita Borgula.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed.
And now, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for our visitors, the Redbirds of Metamora High School. At a guard, 6'2", the senior wears number 1, Ashton Greaves. At a guard, 6'4", and the senior number 1, Colin Ravage. At a forward, 6'10", a senior number 14, Jonah Funk. At a guard, 6'5", and a senior number 5, Matthew Zobrist. And a guard, a freshman, 6'5", number 23, Brady Jones. And now let's meet your University High School Pioneers. And a guard, 5'10", the senior number 3, Dallas Smith. And a guard, 6'1", and a junior, number 13, Cameron Smith. And a forward, 6'1", a senior, number 2, A.J. Holmes. And a forward, 6'3", a junior, number 31, Bodie Levinson. And a guard, 6'3", a sophomore, number 35, Kirby. Head coach of the Pioneers.
Well, Zach, I think Metamora is going to have a distinct height advantage.
Yeah, looking at it, U-High biggest guys are 6'3" and 6'2". That's our guard height now.
Yeah. Matthew Zobrist is 6'5".
Yeah. Would love to see in this one, like you said, win the rebounding battle. See if we can get some inside looks to Jonah early on. Love that right jump hook over the left shoulder.
And he'll win the tip. Here's some of the games that U-High has played. They beat Bloomington 64-55. They lost to Normal Community 62-43. A lot of people lose to them. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They beat Normal West 51-49. They beat Bloomington Central Catholic 57-55. They lost to Glenwood in overtime 47-41. I think the Pleasant Plains, they beat 63-42. That's it.
Zobrist going to pick up the offensive foul early on in that one. That's not really what you want to see. Zobrist to get one 15 seconds into the game.
No.
He's going to have to be really careful here defensively, and he's guarding probably one of their bigger guys. Sometimes can be tough to stay out of foul trouble. See, they're looking to go right at him here. One of the advantages, though, U-High is going to have with their size, being smaller, they're going to be able to space this out. Take Jonah Funk away from the rim. One of the best things he does is block shots.
Yes.
His presence around the rim just tremendously lowers their shooting percentage around the rim. And having him away around the three-point line, that takes away one of our strengths.
Looked like they were looking for a trap. Zobrist was able to beat that trap.
Yeah, you could imagine they're going to try and speed us up.
Good. Nice. That's a nice job by Funk to find that open guy at the top of the key, and Greaves was able to bury it.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough for big guys, especially at the high school level. You get the ball down there and you just want to score. That's all you're thinking about. But to have the presence of mind to your first touch, you can still kick it out to a shooter, because then later on that could open up some things for you. And you see the Redbirds, they start a lot of their offense with that inside pass to Funk early on. He's a fantastic passer, like you said earlier.
Oh, that's a really nice play. Nice find by Zobrist, and then Funk underneath. Nice footwork. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
And he's been so good blocking shots and rebounding so far this year.
Inside the paint, he's been really good. Wish we had another year of him.
Definitely. And even in that Bosco game early on in the season, he showed how he can score the ball at all different levels.
And blocked nonchalantly, picked up by Jones. And Redbirds will come the other way. And Zobrist goes right down the middle of the lane, gets the easy bucket.
He's so patient with how he attacks the rim, how he reads the screens. He uses his body really well. Really likes to turtle a lot of guys coming out of those screens, and it opens up so many things.
Whoa!
And that's going back to spacing them out. Forcing Jonah to guard out in the perimeter is going to be tough. And that's kind of what you expect. We talk about how tough of a place this is to play. You hit it 1-3 and you're still losing, but the crowd's really getting into it. It can create some stress for a lot of high school guys. And a lot of our guys, they don't have a whole lot of varsity time up until this year.
Right.
Colin Ramage, he hasn't played. Brady Jones, he hasn't played that much. Ashton and Matthew are really the only two that have played in this environment.
And Funk came from a different school.
Yep, completely different circumstances here. Yeah, a lot of off-ball screens here early from U-High. That's some great defense there. Oh, from Reed. Jones is going to pick up the foul.
Just got to be a little stronger with the ball.
Yeah, those are ones you hate to see. That's how sometimes a worse team can beat you.
Good foul.
He's got to get the second one.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot early pressure here from U-High. And we've struggled with some pressure early on in the year. We played some really good teams, really athletic teams where I think any team's going to struggle against pressure from St. John Bosco, but we're tested for it, and that's what we show right there.
Big 6'10" guy goes out and hits the top of the key three.
Yeah, he can space them out a little bit too. So lots of perimeter movement here from U-High. And a lot of them, they're just interchangeable. They're all guards. They're running the same spots. It's a test for both Brady Jones and Jonah Funk to guard the perimeter tonight.
For sure.
It's a great move there.
Yeah.
Get to his spot and pull up.
Pretty good shot for U-High. He just didn't drop for him.
Yeah. Greaves had a tough night, too, guarding Rugard all day.
He's getting held, yeah. Matthew Zobrist is getting held.
That's going to be his second.
Yeah.
That's something else we've done, I think, a really good job of this year. We've drawn a lot of fouls. We've shot a lot of free throws so far this year. And with the new bonus rules, it takes 5 to get into the bonus for the quarter.
Substitutions for the Pioneers.
They're kind of going at it a little under the rim.
I like to see that.
Oh, definitely. Zobrist is so physical. He's so strong. That's what you have to do to kind of take him away from his spots. But that's going to be his second.
Matthew just has to be smarter.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes with presence of mind. I'm sure he's upset with himself. Kind of missed an easy one.
Yeah.
Especially for the caliber of player he is. But it's hard sometimes in those moments to take a back seat and not want to go after it for your team, because the betterment of the team is you not being in foul trouble. But one of the things now, too, is you kind of want to move him off the ball now because of him being in foul trouble. If he gets that third, you're more likely to pick up a third with the ball in your hands, and guys are kind of trying to step in, take a charge, maybe pick you, and then you get a loose ball foul. So moving him off the ball is kind of going to be tough for the Redbirds. probably going to shoot it better than they have in other games.
I think Zobers can just drive, and he's going to pick up fouls because they're not quick enough or strong enough, so they're going to foul him.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go to some more of their sets. A lot of our sets have the ability to post up guards. So whenever you have a guy like Zobers who's got the size and strength advantage, he's able to take that as an option.
Oh, he carried it.
Yeah, Ramage looked like he maybe wanted to throw the backdoor pass to Zobers, but pretty good defense there from the Pioneers. That's what you always thought. You want to throw those passes with two hands. Stops that exactly right there.
Yep.
And we talked about this earlier. Right now, I think the Pioneers seem to have more energy so far into this one. The crowd's kind of getting them into it. But this is sort of a trap game for the Redbirds.
For sure.
That's going to be the 5th team foul on the Redbirds, first for Greaves. That's going to put you high in the penalty for the rest of the quarter. That's not really something we're accustomed to. For the last 3 years, we've been so good at playing without fouling. We contain and we contest everything. We work on that all the time in practice. And this so far this season, I think they've done a good job. This game to start has not been that.
No. And that'll probably set Greaves now for the rest of the half.
Yeah, that's tough. That's 2 on Greaves, 2 on Zobris.
Yeah.
Nice. But this is where you got a chance to show your resilience. Great pass.
Oh, what a nice move though by Brady Jones to get into that lane. And then, like you said, a great pass by Zobers to find him.
Yeah, Brady's really good in that kind of dunker spot, short corner area. He cuts outstanding for a freshman off the ball. And Zobers, I love watching him get downhill because his eyes are always up. He's great looking for the next guy. And Jake Walker, he was one of those unsung heroes, I think, out of the game yesterday.
Oh,
he came in and he defended. He did a lot of right things. He didn't hit some shots, but he's a shooter, and the Redbirds are happy with him taking some of those shots.
I think he ended up having 4 points.
He had 4?
Yeah.
That's nothing to be upset about. Interesting, too, with the Pioneers, I don't think they've ran a set yet. It just seems to be kind of a 5-out motion, let them play.
Yeah.
But they seem to play really well with each other. Knowing when to screen, knowing when they're curling screens. That can be a trouble for a lot of teams. When are you going to curl? When are you going to pop?
Pretty good shot by Hugh High, just didn't fall.
Yeah, just didn't get that roll. That's just
anytime he wants.
That's just a big-time player making a big-time play.
Yep.
Got to be sometimes even. I don't think he did anything there, but if he's going to back some guys down in the post, one of them might take a dive here, and that could be a third, and that can be a problem for us.
That's the scary part.
Yep. And with the Morton game, too, you haven't been able to practice against some of this U-High stuff. And Morton plays an entirely different game than these guys do. These guys are athletes trying to get to the rim and penetrate, playing off each other. Morton is set after set after set.
Yes.
So they haven't really been going through a bunch of double staggers away, a bunch of curls off the screen. And I can't remember a team that we played like that so far.
Not yet, no.
So this is a different type of scheme. So we could struggle sometimes defensively.
So the Redbirds will take a 2-point lead into the second quarter. Take some time now to thank our sponsors. Commerce Bank, proud to support the Metamora Redbirds, setting short-term goals and planning for their future. It matters to you, it matters to us. Commerce Bank, member FDIC. Goodfield State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you. Goodfield State Bank, A true community bank. Hanover's Club, your favorite food and drinks every time you visit. See you on the square. Kirby Foods. Be sure to check out their signature Kirby items in the deli and meat department. Kirby Foods is proud to be 100% boy owned. The Funeral Home, proud supporter of the Metamora Redbirds. Pretty good first quarter for Metamora.
Yeah. Just the fouls are the one thing that worry me, but I think we could have played better, but I think now we've got a better feel of what UMass is going to try and do to us. They're going to space us out, get to the rim, attack us. But I like our one-on-one defense with every guy they have. I've known these guys for a long time. All of them can defend. They can move their feet. They've got great length. And I think that we still can be a good matchup for them.
Walker replaced Greaves. That was our only substitute. He's still out there. Otherwise, it's the starting lineup for Metamora.
That's a really good move there from the senior. Finishing over top a guy with your offhand. Some guys at the high school level really struggled with that, but that's a really nice take there.
Tied it up at 14. Oh, the little head bob got it again.
And I believe the flop rule is now implemented in high school basketball, so if that's not called, I know the college rule a little bit better, but in college, if they don't call that, that's supposed to be a flop. And in college, you got the one warning, and then after that, it's a technical foul shot and the ball.
Yeah. And I think that is, I think they have that in high school.
But it's something a lot of guys were kind of taught at a young age, because I got a ton of foul calls doing that exact same thing.
Ball rolls in for Zobers, making it 16-14.
Being ambidextrous really helps you out in the sport of basketball.
He does everything else with his right hand.
Yep.
The only thing he does is shoot with his left.
Yep. I wonder how that came about. I never got the chance to ask him. I don't know if you've ever seen his right-handed jump shot either, but it might be better than his left hand, just how it looks. And he can still make it. Jump shots, three-pointers, everything.
Well, his last two free throws at Washington were right-handed. He canned them both.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, yeah.
Zach Bourne comes into the lineup. He'll replace Brady Jones.
This could be a big game for him. He's such a good athlete, Bourne is. One of the best runners in the state of Illinois. He's a great athlete. You can see him a lot in this game because I think this is a good matchup for him.
Yeah. He has a high motor. Big-time rebounder. Oh, this is going to be good.
Fantastic drop step. Walker couldn't get it to go. That's an outstanding pass from Funk.
Yeah. The foul on Ramage.
I think that's his second, too.
Yep, it's his second. That'll bring Jones back in.
Jones is going to be matched up on, I believe, yeah, that's A.J. Holt, the senior. Seems like a lot of their offense runs through him.
Oh,
great
nice
job.
Defense.
That's a tough three. I didn't see a whole lot of contact there on the closeout, but officials got a better view there.
Bourne is first, team second.
Good rebound by Funk.
It's over. He's not looking for Funk there on the short roll. That should be Zach Bourne coming off the lift. Because whenever you roll a backside guy, you want to lift him. Get away from the tag off the roller. Again, the energy feels like it's all Pioneers right now.
Well, you had that big emotional game last night, and it's hard to come back tonight I think it's going to take them probably a half to get going. And we'll see. Hopefully, we can come out, the second half. Still got almost 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So there's plenty of time here in the first half yet.
Yeah, and I think we've done well of executing offensively, but the defensive end, I think we can match up better than we have so far. I think they've gotten too many easy looks, but they're a good team, and they're going to be able to get some of those.
Sure.
They haven't missed a whole lot either. They've hit their open shots. That'll be a turnover on Zobrist. It can be tough sometimes. Being the guy bringing the ball up, the pestering you. A lot of guys always looking your way. He's never going to get an easy look.
Oh, for sure.
Never going to get an easy look. There's always going to be a guy in the gap.
Nice poke away. I believe that was Walker that poked that away.
And you see they're going back to Johnson. Johnson has 2 fouls. Zobrist has 2 fouls. But they're trying to get Zobrist to pick up that third. And if that happens, that could be trouble for the Redbirds.
No, for sure.
Fouls on number 2, A.J. Holden, his first, team third. Substitution for the Pioneers.
Could see Zobrist get a nice look here off the flare.
There it is.
I don't think that Uhi's done a great job guarding our off-ball screens because he had another one coming off a pin down early on that I thought he passed up.
Yep.
So I'd like to see us start screening a lot, and I think we've set some really good screens so far in this one. That's a deep one. It feels like they can't do much wrong right now.
Yeah. That always catches up to you.
Yeah, it's hard to shoot what they have for the full game, but we shot it great too.
Yeah. That's 2 for Funk.
And he can step out and he can knock him down. We saw that in the Bosco game.
Yeah.
Great backdoor cut.
Substitutions for the Pioneers, number 4, Austin Krieger, number 1.
Just a really unfortunate timing of the schedule because if you get to practice that for 2-3 days, you know they're going to backdoor, you know they're going to spread you out, set a lot of screens. You're going to guard a lot better than they have so far tonight.
Oh, clear out.
I think I'd rather just see him go up strong over on that right side. I think he's so much bigger and more athletic than the guy in front of him. Kind of just got to make it a little easier, simple it down a little bit. Looks like Uhi's trying to get into one of their sets. Morton used to run that all the time, that little handoff dribble at you. And with that offense, too, that Uhi's running, you get those turnovers all the time, those miscommunications. It seems like they don't really have a method to it. It's just kind of play freely, and they know their guys. But you're going to have some times where you're gonna throw it to no man's land. Here's another pin down for Zobrist. Good. And a tough 3. That's Missouri Valley basketball right there.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll fit right in at Bradley. Bradley's the number 1 3-point shooting team in the country so far this year. That's an outstanding move there.
Yeah.
With the offhand. Avoids the contest and finishes on the other side of the rim. I will say, I think so far this is the best offensive performance I've seen from Zobrist. He shot it efficiently.
Yes.
He's gotten to his spots. He's gotten to the rim early. It seemed like a little bit early on in the year. He's settled for a lot of contested threes. And he can shoot those. like the Pioneers have all day. But he hit those, and I'd like to see him hit one earlier because it's tough to hit 3-5 contested step-back threes in game. They're just going to keep pressuring. That's that pressure relief, though, with Funk. I mean, he's got a guy half his size on him. The thing with that winning culture we talked about earlier, you know you're just going to get every team's best shot. They're fired up when they see you on the schedule. They want a chance to dethrone the Redbirds.
For sure, for sure.
The one thing that has been interesting too, they've got, like we said, they're all similar sizes, so a lot of guard-to-guard screens. I'd maybe like to see us start to switch a few instead of trying to play it straight up. I know switching's kind of the easy way out, but when you're all the same size, you can do that. And that's just tough. They seem to be knocking every single one down. I don't know if I agree with that. It kind of looks funny. He likes to do that underarm swipe. Maybe looks a little funny, but I didn't see a pivot foot move on that one. They're going to go back to that side ball screen. Jack Hessing into the game now for the Redbirds. He's another one of those guys. He's really skilled. He can go right, he can go left, he can shoot the three, get to the rim. Screaming for a timeout. I don't know if there's something there, but they seem to have all the momentum. I would be never a fan of calling one when you've got everything on your side, it seems like.
Right. I've never been able to figure that out. A lot of teams call a timeout after made basket. You know, the other team gets it out, they get a chance to set up their defense.
Definitely, yeah. I know they probably got a set now that they're going to go into, but I like just playing that free motion that they've got going on right now. Haven't seen them really draw anything up, but maybe they're going to hold for one here. Maybe go up 7 or 8 going into this half and keep the lead. They're probably comfortable where they're at.
Yeah, I would think that they would wind it down to 4 or 5 seconds and then shoot it. If you don't make it, big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got the lead going into half as things stand. But everything's going your way.
Oh, yeah.
Every bounce, you get their best guys in foul trouble early. We haven't seen Ashton Greaves for I don't know how long now. I don't think he played the second quarter.
No. Yeah, the early 2 fouls.
Yep. Looks like that's kind of what they want to do. They're just going to space it out. Probably no threes, no shot unless it's an uncontested layup. And that's smart. You see that a lot in the middle line act.
Oh, for sure.
Probably going to see 2 high ball screens here in a horn set. Both ways.
That's a good foul. Good foul.
Great job taking one there. The senior hasn't played a whole lot in his career, but Nick Walker, his older brother, he's played with him all the time growing up, and Nick, a heck of a contributor through his career.
I like this, getting sober style. Don't want to pick up a cheap one right before halftime.
Definitely, it's what you definitely want to do. It's Coach Dame being a great coach. That's going to be their last one to give.
Yeah, there's
Horn's going to pick it up.
Not quite 6 seconds.
Maybe wanted to see another second or so tick off because half a second there, that's about a dribble.
Yeah.
Gonna go same set. They're going right at the freshman. Wow. They're gonna hit them all.
They hit just about every free throw imaginable. Or every shot.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot you can do in that situation.
Pace them Bills here. McDonald's, get in and get out quickly with McDonald's mobile order and pay curbside pickup. Use the McDonald's app to earn points on all your orders. Merrill Lynch, they're also our halftime sponsor. Local faces with big company resources. We help families make great decisions with their money. The Room, located in the historic Homestead Building, is proud to be your local basketball headquarters. Hornsman Lawn and Landscapes, family owned and operated since 2007. Take back your weekends with quality work from Hornsman Lawn and Landscapes. Zobrist Insurance, your total insurance solution. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half.
At this time, we'd like to welcome the University High School dance team to the floor for their halftime performance.
It's been a long time, shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step. It's been a long time, shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step baby girl. Get to me, what I say, happy plan, wouldn't give up, strike again, if I hesitate.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
What sets Snyder Village apart from other retirement living options? With a campus of over 40 acres, Snyder Village is a life plan community, offering several levels of care at one convenient location. From independent living to assisted living to skilled nursing, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Snyder Village is a faith-based community, providing for the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of others. As a nonprofit organization, Snyder Village offers a local touch. Come see why people call Snyder Village home. Visit SnyderVillage.com.
Martin's sign service team, led by third-generation sign installer Andrew Martin, is excited for another year of serving as Central Illinois' premier full-service sign company. Not only are we a proud authorized Watchfire digital message sign dealer, but we can custom design and fabricate a brand new sign to your specifications, as well as repair and upgrade your existing signage. Remember, you only have one chance to make a good first impression. Call Martin Sign Service today for a free quote.
Germantown Grill, where our staff loves the game as much as you do. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever your sport, we'll be cheering right along as we serve up your hometown favorites. We've got everything you need to celebrate the wins. Food and flavors to satisfy any craving. Plus, the best private gaming around, powered by Gold Rush Gaming, the gold standard in video gaming. Only at Germantown Grill in Germantown Hills.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Greg Harmon for your personal price plan today.
Going to Kaufman Wellness Center for 5 years has greatly helped me understand what my body can do, what I shouldn't do. They teach you different stretches and proper ways to ice and how to take care of your body in that way.
Call Kaufman Wellness Center today. Let us help you.
Well, we love it. So we've been coming for almost 10 years. Dr. Kaufman is affiliated with high school sports. It offers anything from adjustment to physical therapy. The whole staff is so good to my family, which is extremely important nowadays.
Welcome back to U High. Well, Zach, Metamora needs that 8-point deficit into the halftime locker room. We're very good coming back with halftime deficit.
We've said for a long time the third quarter is typically the Metamora quarter. Over the last 3 years, that's when we've been able to pull away from a lot of teams. And it's because of our coaching staff and getting us to, really understand assignments. Maybe some guys on the court are missing a few things, and they can open their eyes to that. But it's really just going to come down to playing some better defense, because U-High's hitting a lot of shots right now, but they're getting good looks.
Yeah, they are. That's the big key, is they're getting good looks. About a minute 10 till the second half starts. But, Metamora's been very good at this, and I don't think tonight will be any different.
And it's going to be hard for U-High to replicate that shooting performance they had in the first half, but if you keep giving them open looks and maybe the first few go in, there's no telling what this game entails late.
Do you think the key is to get the ball down low to Jonah Funk?
I think it can be, but what a lot of people don't fully understand is the analytics behind basketball. If you're going to go to your post guy every single play, you don't win very much. It doesn't matter. I mean, they can be dominant, they can score a ton, but what that does for every other player, and guards have the ball in their hand more, you're not engaged defensively, you're not engaged dribbling the ball up, and overall you're just worse because of it. Now, you might say, oh, well, he's got 20 points, he's missed 4 shots, but if it's going to hurt the rest of your team, you can't have one guy taking every shot.
No.
Especially a post guy.
I just think that so many good things happen when he touches the ball. That's a kick.
And we saw him make that pass last game. That led to the Greaves dunk.
Yes. He was a little far out, though, for this one.
Yeah. He should, and I've seen him do that a few times on the season. He's coming off that screen like the guy isn't going up and through it. He needs to pop a little bit more. He hasn't read that screen coming off that play very well. If he pops behind, he's going to create more space for that shot. Maybe he doesn't have to pump fake and just gets a clean look. Back to the motion stuff for you, High. And we were wrong early on, by the way. Zobrist only has 1. They called one earlier on Greaves that we thought was on Zobrist.
Nice job there by Funk to tip the ball to himself to get the rebound.
Skip is wide open. No call there. Gonna get Greaves for traveling. And that's going to be tough for Greaves, too. You don't play pretty much the whole first half.
Right.
How do you come out and respond? And that's not a good start for him. Great hammer pass there from Johnson.
Oh, nice block by Funk. Corralled by Ramage.
Yeah, it's a shame. Ramage wasn't really expecting a whole lot of that. From the block to come his way, maybe could have thrown it ahead.
Oh.
He's got an outstanding jump hook. Going over that left shoulder, it's almost unstoppable with his athleticism. Sometimes, though, he gets pushed out a little bit. If you can do your work a little earlier and get yourself towards the rim.
Oh, wow. That right there was a rim protection. That was unbelievable.
There's just not a whole lot you can do about that if you're U-High.
Yeah.
Most teams can't do a lot to practice against a 6'10" guy who has a 30-something inch vertical.
So we've made 4 trips, 4 possessions. We got 3 turnovers.
Yeah, that's not the recipe. Defensively, though, we've looked better. Zobrist almost loses another one. They're hounding him. It's a lot like that Morton game. They're being really physical with them. They're just trying to scrap away everything they can because it's so hard to win against a guy who's that talented offensively. And I don't really agree with that call. I think that's
the bailout?
Yeah, I don't love the decision by Greaves. I like the idea, but that's got to be a 2-hand overhead wrist pass. That can't be, throwing that from your chest. The angle's just bad. It's a great take there from Zobrist.
Yeah. He'll go to the line for 2.
I'd love to see him go to the rim more. I don't think there's a lot of guys in high school basketball that can stop someone that big, that strong, that good going both ways. And he's crafty around the rim, too. He uses his fakes really well, can go both ways, can finish in all different types of ways as well. Only thing, though, he's just been not that good from the free throw line.
No. You jinxed it.
That's good. That's the old Washington-Utah play, just trying to get that high-low. And with Zobrist, he can defend, but you can't go three-quarter or front when you have no backside help in the middle of the floor like that. You just kind of got to sit behind and see if you can move him out and then get help once he gets the ball. That's a tough shot.
That's a really nice shot by Greaves.
I wish people from the outside got to see him work, because since the day I met him, he's been a little kid in the gym constantly every day, getting his shots up. He's lifting like crazy now. That's going to be a foul on Dover. It's going to be a second. But he's improved so much, and you should see him in those open gyms. He hasn't really got to showcase it a whole lot because he's going to have one of the best defenders on him.
Yeah.
But he's gotten so much better. He's an offensive weapon.
Their shooting percentage has got to be through the roof.
Unbelievable. I mean, you're talking 70% from the floor, probably higher than that, too, from the three-point line. I can't remember too many misses there in the first half. But that's how a team with this size, that's how they've won 5 games.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm sure they're fantastic shooters. I don't know how often you can...
Oh, that's got to be a foul.
And I don't agree. I know fans are going to be irate with that, but when you're pressuring like that and you can see Greaves kind of fighting the hands off, fighting the body off, there's an equal contact rule in basketball. If they're doing it to you, you can do it right back to them. And that does go both ways for offense and defense, but he's on Greaves. He's allowed to create a little bit of space in his off arm as long as he's not completely extending. If he's going to reach in, he has every right to knock his arm away. Pop it. That's a... Man. Yeah, jump ball possession pioneers.
I'm surprised they didn't call the foul. Rivers got knocked down.
Oh, definitely. And we saw that. We saw a soft one there early on Zach Bourne on kind of that right wing slot area. I think you could have called a dozen fouls there in that little stretch. Sometimes you see this with the officials. This next possession, after all the complaining, the fans going crazy, this is when you kind of establish the tone of the game. Are you going to continue to let them be that physical, or are you going to put an end to it because you think that maybe you weren't your best there?
They missed one.
Yeah, that's a really tough one, and it looked good.
Yeah.
Coming off a double stagger, 1-2, going up for 3. Trying to get a little flex action there from Zobrist. He's got 2. Good decision from Jonah not to throw it in.
Oh, yeah, that's a foul.
Definitely a foul. You can't contest going through the guy's back. I'd like to see Zobrist get a little better position because sometimes officials can let that go a little bit, but by the rule, it is a foul. That's one I haven't seen him run so far this year. It's not a great screen there from Matthew. Good play there. Stays with it, but he brought it down. The same official that called the earlier one on him. I don't see a whole lot of movement. It's just kind of awkward. It looks.
I don't see that either. I don't understand that.
I'd like to see him just keep it high, though. Catch and finish over the top of somebody. But I also thought he could have went to that jump hook once again. Redbirds still 9-point deficit. It'll be over 3rd. And that's another one I just don't fully agree with. It's been physical. I mean, it's been really physical, and that's the one out of everything you're going to call. This is where we can struggle here because UI, they can pull us out and they can grind it. they can make this game go into the fourth quarter, and they could not even attempt a shot. We're going to have to come out and guard. And sometimes that means maybe Brady Jones or Jonah Funk has to go to the bench. But so far in the second half, there's not been many possessions.
No.
But these are the times when you lean on your two Division I guys in Funk and Zobrist. See if they can help will this team. Good tip and rebound from Ramage.
That's a great two-man game there from Funk. Was that Funk that threw that into?
No, that was Ramage.
Into Zobrist.
You see how he kept it high, too?
Yeah.
I think if Funk does that on the last possession, he's able to score instead of get called for the travel. And see, the Redbirds just not really defending those off-ball screens too well. That's too much space. And that's because you're not able to practice against that. Definitely. I'm with that for no call. Timeout, Pioneers. Nice little run.
Everything has gone right for U High for the last quarter and a half, and we're still only 5 down.
Yeah, and I think that says a lot about the defense that we played to start the second half, really, because they're not getting those easy looks anymore. They're not going to shoot that well from three because we have a hand in every shooter's face.
Yeah, but they've been knocking down some other shots.
Yeah, no, they've done a better job of getting to the rim, but luckily we've got Jonah there to clean it up once they get that deep. Curious, though, to see how the Redbirds are going to adjust, because I can imagine U-High's going to try and bring them out. Make them guard. Sure. Make them guard. Maybe you throw some junk zone at them for a possession or two. Maybe you do whatever, maybe a press just to speed them up a little bit. And I think that speaks to the U-High game, but you've got to continue to kind of create a little bit of havoc because they seem comfortable right now.
They most certainly do. You close this, you get this even closer, and they start to kind of...
Definitely. You're an underdog coming into this game, and that's not to say anything disrespectful about them. They've had a terrific season. They're really good. But the Redbirds have been a perennial program in Illinois for a couple of years now, and they're favored going into every game that they're playing. That's just an early shot from U-High. I'm not sure how much Coach loves that. Good look.
There it is. Right away.
Just like that. We're looking at a one-possession game. See the Redbirds calling out a set here that they're going into. But I can't wait for a game where Zobrist is really feeling it. He could break the school single game scoring record.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just a little late recognizing that from Ramage.
Yep.
Great job attacking.
I like the effort.
Fouls on number 11, Colin Ramage, his third, team's third.
He would have just recognized it a little sooner. That would have been a terrific play. But that's good knowledge from Johnson there. Sounds like Redbirds are going to hold for one here.
Yeah.
I don't think U-High's going to let them have it easily. They're going to pressure. If what they've shown so far is indicative of what's going to happen, I don't think that they're comfortable with them just taking this last shot. Just going to hold it. If I'm U-High, I don't think I'm happy with this. I don't see why I'd want them to be comfortable running their stuff when you know this is the type of team they are. Funk's going to be a little late setting the screen. Great pass. Brady Jones.
Oh, man, that looked good going on.
It did. That was a great look. We're definitely happy with that. Jones has been terrific shooting three, honestly.
Yep. Take some time to pace and build. Mason Funerholm, proud supporter of the Metamora Redbirds. McDonald's, get in, get out quickly. McDonald's, mobile order and pay at curbside pickup. Use the McDonald's app. Earn points on your order. Merrill Lynch, they're also our halftime sponsor. Local face to your big company food store news. Big advice, small town advisors. The Room is located in the historic Homestead Building, proud to be your local basketball headquarters. So that's a good third quarter finish for Metamora.
Definitely, they went on a little run there.
Those who within 3.
Pioneers finished that half with, what was it? Was it 33?
They had 7 points in that quarter.
7 points in the quarter.
And Metamora had 12.
Yeah. Zobrist and Funk, they've got 30 of their 37 right now. There's the off-ball cutting from Brady Jones. I know you have to try and double him when you're that small, but leaving Brady Jones, if you watch the film, he's the best cutter on this team. He's fantastic at it. Good defense. That's a tough shot.
Yeah.
Credit to him using his fakes. Got Zobrist to give a little bit, but I thought Funk was going to come over and maybe erase that one. Redbird's going right back to the same set. Great board from Colin Ramage. And gets fouled. That's a huge rebound.
Yeah, it is. That's a real nice rebound for Ramage.
Looks like Pioneer's going to make a substitution here. Maybe get their starters back in. I don't think UHi's in any foul trouble.
No, I don't think so either.
Got a couple guys with 2, but maybe 3 for a few, but nothing to really be too concerned with. They've got a lot of guys because like they can just plug and play.
Yeah. They probably go, what, 8 deep?
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of guys from them. Could even be more than that.
And Ramage gets them both. Nice job by Colin Ramage.
And I don't think he shot in that, so I mean those are big free throws coming in. Maybe probably no shot attempts on the game, and you're going to knock them both down when your team really needs it. They just want to keep going to the post. They know Zobrist can't afford to pick up his 4th. Wow, and that's tough because Funk's going to come over and help because Zobrist is going to have to give something up. If he wants to guarantee they won't get a foul. That's what led to the elbow jump shot. He got the skip. Outstanding. That's just stuff you can't teach. You gotta, when your dad's been as good as he has his whole life and you've got basketball just in your blood, that's what that can lead to. It's a really tough shot there from Johnson. I think maybe you want to get Zobrist off him. I think maybe you switch and put Brady Jones on him because Zobrist can't defend like he really wants to. That's just tough. Step back, just going downhill, use momentum against him. Been a really even 4 minutes so far. Going right back to it. That's a little post-split action. We're gonna miss the mid-range jumper. The
Redbirds have a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, would be the first lead of the game.
No, they were up 7-2.
Ah, yeah. Early on, you're right. That's just a little deep. Oh, man, shooter's roll. He's got great touch. With that right hand jump hook laying off 2 feet, he's got fantastic touch.
Yep. I think Ramage is a little gassed.
Yeah, he plays hard, and like he's in there crashing for rebounds. Those role players for the Redbirds, think about him, Jake Walker, Zach Warren, Jack Hessing. Those guys are always in there, impacting the game however they can. It doesn't always have to be scoring. If you're going to pick up a charge, you're going to know the scout, you're going to run your guy maybe off the screen, and you're going to crash for the offensive rebound. You're going to get the play. It doesn't matter who you are.
And they've done such a good job this whole season. You know, sometimes they haven't always been asked to come in and contribute. But when they have, it seems like they've always contributed.
Yeah, and for those guys too, sometimes it can be really demoralizing. You're not getting to play a whole lot, but just speaking from my experience with my team, we had guys like Solomon Schwartz, Briar Cremines, Jake Neal, and Luke DeFrance. Those guys didn't get a whole lot of time in the games, but man, they kicked our butt in practice every single day. There were sometimes we played a better scout team of the team we were going to play than the actual team itself.
Coach Greaves talked about how, oh boy. How he said that your scout team ran that team's, your opponent's offense better than they did.
Yep, and he couldn't be more true saying that. Looks like UHI's cooled off for sure, but they're relying on more of an inside game. That's a really tough look.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they really wanted,
No.
but a 1-2 off the handoff.
But the way they've been shooting.
Yeah, and he's a fantastic shooter. He's hit a lot. And he's taken some tough ones. Redbirds going to space him out. That's not a hook. It's not a hook. A lot of fans, coaches screaming for it, but if he's not wrapped completely around him. Wow. So patient, gets to 2 feet, gets to the other side of the rim so he avoids the shot blocker. It's really understanding the game and playing patient.
Yep.
Have some help coming.
Oh boy.
And it's so hard because the other option there is to hit Funk's man who's standing on the elbow, but you can't rely on elbow jumpers to win you a game, especially down the stretch.
No.
I mean, the mid-range is something that's slowly being taken out of basketball. And, you know, for a lot of teams, the more you shoot it, the worse you are. And I don't know, has UHI hit a 3 this half?
Nah, early in the half they did, but not this quarter.
They're kind of sending some doubles here at Zobrist. Want to get the ball out of his hands because when you're this good of a player, you can just take the game over. For the Redbirds, they've got role players. If that's not the situation it is,
oh boy.
Walker's going to take that shot, but the turnover is not something you can have. Fantastic contest there.
Oh,
Funk.
man.
That's just effort.
That's just a lot of effort there.
Here comes the double. Takes it. Looks like they're going to get one. 2.5 minutes now. You're up 3.
Yep.
Just want to take it out.
I think Metamora took the timeout though, didn't they?
I think they went to the UI bench.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what the motion the official went at. But they're probably going to try and throw out some run and jump, trap, something to try and create some more havoc.
You know, this is showing a lot of character from Metamora because we had 2 big, hotly contested games back to back.
Yeah. When you're in these tight games and it's, you know, you just played yesterday, you're playing a back-to-back, it's tough. But the one thing about the Metamora program is the practices are going to be harder in your game. They're beat up in practice. They're doing their blocks. They're doing their conditioning. they're ready and they're battle tested for that just from their practices alone.
So what was Justin like as a coach when he played for him?
Well, it depends. The early Justin Day, man, he was really intense. Obviously, he knows the X's and O's, and he's still intense now, but he's gotten to be more of he's less of a just, I'm going to yell at you if you don't do it right. Now he's understanding. He's great. I mean, he's been a fantastic coach every single season he's been at Metamora, but he's definitely changed over the years. It's a great play from the Redbirds.
Oh, what a great play. That's just a great two-man game there. Good things happen when you get the ball to Jonah Fun.
They do. They definitely do. They're going to have to double if they're going to stop them. That should be an illegal screen. You can't turn your back to them. When they're doing these little dribble handoff actions, if he catches it and turns into the man guarding the guy getting the handoff, it should be automatic. It's illegal. It doesn't matter if he's trying to post his guy up. You just can't get in the way of that. You still have to stay set like if you were setting a traditional screen. Here comes the press. Looks like Jake Walker could have a chance to slip away deep. Man, I saw Zobers get hacked there early, but then they call it on him.
That's his fourth. He's got 2 minutes and 5 seconds, 6 seconds to weather the storm.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that. Maybe they're going to get Zobers here out for the defensive possession. No, they want Jones in for defense. Zobers is going to switch off 13 as well. Here's the freshman in a huge moment. He's been terrific today.
Yeah.
They've really gone to him when they need it most.
That's their fourth. We're going to be in the bonus from here on out.
Yeah. And it's getting physical for both teams. Probably going to see a good couple of fouls here. They don't want a foul, but they're really scrappy. They're a fantastic team. Both teams, if they walk away from this, they're going to know we beat a good team today.
Yeah, we called a timeout. Justin Game got a timeout. Boy, he got that knack from Coach Green.
Yeah, understanding that, well, first off, Ashton didn't really take it to a great part of the court and picked it up. He's got a really tenacious guy on him, too. It's going to be rough for him to bring it up, but just the recognition to know he's going to get that double and call the timeout before a potential turnover. It was unfortunate, though. It looked like Greaves got out of it pretty easily. Step through. We work on that all the time in practice. You get the double, you step back, you rip through the two guys, and you get the pass option out.
You got to be strong with the ball,
Yep.
and Ashton Greaves is always strong with the ball.
Yeah, he's put in the work in the weight room, just on the court, working on his ball handling, everything. He deserves all the good things coming for him.
Yep. We've got about 101 seconds to go. Redbirds up by 3.
Yeah, with the ball. And I don't really like the whole take it out. I don't like playing not to lose. I want to keep going.
Keep going at him. I don't like the spreading it out. I agree with you. We've had success with it.
Yeah.
And we've kind of been burned by it.
Yep. That group of Tyson Swanson, Drew Tucker, Ethan Kaiser, Tyler Mason, they were so good at that. We have a play, we take everybody right towards half court, and they're going to just make you come out and guard them 30 feet away from the rim. And they were really good at getting good looks late in games from that. That's great understanding of the game from the freshman, knowing not to go up with that one. Funk. Fantastic follow from Ramage.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was huge.
Second offensive rebound that's been ginormous this game for him. That's a winning play. That's a game-winning play right there. Tries to get the pass off. That's a tough look. Looks like Jonah got a hand on it. And maybe, if you're the Pioneers and you know the scouting report, maybe you're fouling early because the Redbirds have struggled shooting free throws so far this year.
And now the Redbirds will go to the line to shoot free throws. Zobrist heads back to the line.
He shot 11 free throws yesterday against the Potters.
He did?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Oh, flying
shooter's roll. It brings the lead to 6. This next one's huge, though. It makes it
a 3-possession.
3-possession game as opposed to the 2.
Yes.
Maybe see a little token pressure here from the Redbirds. Try and get them to turn them a few times. Look short again.
Oh, I got it to roll.
Another good rim roll. You really don't want threes here either, because if they can't hit a 3, it's a 4-possession game.
That's not a bad foul.
No, definitely not.
That's a good foul.
If you're going to get beat off the dribble right now, you've got 2 to give with 40 seconds. You can take one. If you're not Matthew Zobrist, you can take one right now.
And if you're Matthew Zobrist and you get beat, let him have it.
You let them have it, because they're going to need you to handle the ball down the stretch. You're going to live. And we're going to have Funk get some help. The hammer pass going to be there, but great recognition from Zobrist to know. And that's fantastic scramble defense. Fantastic scramble defense. We run shell drill all the time in practice, and that is the result you get when you drill that to the ground.
Yep. And you know what? Typical Metamora grinded out win. It looks that way with 23 seconds to go, up 7. I'll tell you what, though, this U-High team is going to win a lot of basketball games.
Oh, they should be one of the favorites to win the conference here because they've shown that they're a really tough opponent today.
They're in that same conference with SHG, though.
Yep. We get to play them a little later on.
And Lincoln's good.
Yep, Lincoln's always really good.
And I believe Chatham-Glenwood's got a Division I kid going to ISU, I believe.
Yep, you're correct. They beat this U-High team by 3 in overtime earlier in the season.
Zobrist gets them both to fall.
I'll be rooting for U-High against SHG, though. I don't really like those guys.
Brady Jones, his third, team third.
Still got 1 to give here with 17.5. Good D. Not him, because that's...
Oh, that's 5 on Zobrist.
Yep, he's done.
With 9 seconds to go.
I think Justin was more referring to Jonah when he wanted him to get one, but...
Yeah.
Going to try and hit the shooter in the corner. Great job running him off that screen from Ramage. And that's the exclamation point from the Redbirds.
And the Redbirds will take home a 11-point win. It was a lot closer than that.
Oh, yeah. The score does not represent how hard U-High played today. It was an outstanding game.
Take a timeout. Let's go ahead and pay some bills, and then we'll do an interview.
Yep. Wardsman Lawn and Landscapes. Family owned and operated since 2007. Zobrist Insurance, your total insurance solution. Commerce Banks. For nearly 160 years, Commerce Banks has been helping people find answers to the financial questions that matter most to them. If you have any questions, give them a call. Goodfield State Bank, enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Germantown Grill, where our staff loves the game as much as you do. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever your sport, we'll be cheering right along as we serve up your hometown favorites. We've got everything you need to celebrate the wins. Food and flavors to satisfy any craving. Plus, the best private gaming around, powered by Gold Rush Gaming, the gold standard in video gaming. Only at Germantown Grill in Germantown Hills.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Greg Harmon for your personal price plan today.
101. You can do it. 102. We're not gonna give up. We're never until we're strong and mighty and tough. These weights are gonna be heavy, like a heavy job. So you're gonna need to bring your muscles with you. Got it? Now let's get lifting some weights. Come on.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
What sets Snyder Village apart from other retirement living options? With a campus of over 40 acres, Snyder Village is a life plan community, offering several levels of care at one convenient location. From independent living to assisted living to skilled nursing, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Snyder Village is a faith-based community, providing for the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of others. As a nonprofit organization, Snyder Village offers a local touch. Come see why people call Snyder Village home. Visit SnyderVillage.com.
Oh, man.
Welcome back to U High, Coach. Another nail biter, another game that you found a way to win.
Yep. Those guys were awesome in the first half. I think Coach said they were 7 for 8 from the three-point line. Hopefully nobody else shoots that well on us all year.
Yeah, that was that's a tough pace to keep up for 4 quarters, and I thought you guys weathered the storm. You went in only down 8. You know, it seemed like it was a lot more, but because they just seemed like they hit everything.
Yeah.
And you played a pretty decent first half. It's just that everything they shot.
Yeah, I mean, Jonah even made 2 threes in the first half, which he's only made 1 all season. So we needed every bucket we could just to keep up with them a little bit. They had 33 points, might be the most we've given up in a half all year, maybe 36 to Bosco.
Yeah.
If that team only scored 3 points less than St. John Bosco, like they really had a good half, right?
Yeah.
So
I think they scored the same. I think it was 33-26 against Bosco.
It was a great learning experience for us. We got a lot of younger guys, new guys, inexperienced playing together. We've seen games like that where another team comes out really hot, and sometimes you rush through on offense, you take an early bad shot or turn the ball over, try to do a little bit too much, try to force it, because they're going on a run. And what we need to learn is that's when you really need to slow down and really make sure you get a great shot that time. No turnovers, no quick shots. But we did a better job of that in the second half.
Yeah, and I from the outside looking in, it looked like there was no way we were going to lose the game. And I think it says a lot about your coaching staff and the culture that the Metamora program has is we're going to find a way to win this game. And that's from the past season, so much success, and these guys carry it over.
Yep. The guys did an awesome job in the second half of just digging in, guarding. I mean, they ran some good offense. It was motion with a lot of screens and curls to the rim, and Jonah defended the rim great. Colin and Jake were all over their shooters. Give our guys a ton of credit for shutting them down in the second half. I think they went 0 for 9 from the 3 in the second half.
Yeah.
So a big difference there.
Yeah, I thought your kid, Zobers had another outstanding night for you. I'm not even sure how many he had, 28. He had an awfully good night. But I thought Colin Ramage came in and played some quality minutes for you. He got 2 big rebounds for you, and one of them was a putback late in the game.
Yeah, huge tip in there at the end when we really needed it. I think it was a 3-point game, made it 5, put it at 2 possessions solidly. So that was one of the biggest plays all night for sure.
Nice to be 7-2, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Should be 8-1 though.
Yeah.
That one game.
Yeah, but now you get a little bit of a break. You play Tuesday night, I believe, at home. Finally, you get to come back home and play against Kent. We've only played 1 home game so far this year.
Yep. Should have been a home game last night, but our gym's not big enough to fit doubleheader boys-girls game. So it'll be nice to get back home. We'll get a day off tomorrow, relax. I know Matthew probably needs it a lot, and get to play at home. Chance to extend our home win streak to 38 and tie Washington.
Yeah, that'd be awfully good. Man, it'd be nice. And maybe break that record later on.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Anytime you can beat Washington, it's a great day.
Yes.
Coach, we'll let you get going here. Congratulations. Nice
Thanks,
job.
guys.
I want to thank
Thanks, Zach.
I want to thank Zach Schroeder for helping out here tonight. I want to thank Jonathan Stahlberg, Tom Hagen, my brother Mike for doing the camera work. Those 2 other 2 guys for the producer. We'll see you Tuesday night at home against Kent.